Your voice, your station.
So, you want to hear school students talk about their travel experiences, learnings, escapades, episodes, knowledge, incidents from all the corners of the globe? Terra Talk, platform from where young voices reach out to the world. Brought to you by EdTerra Adventures.
Hello everybody, welcome to our podcast. I am Arnav Sethi, a student from grade 9 studying in Navrachna High Secondary School, Sama, Vadodara.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan D'Souza from grade 12th and I'm from Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama, Vadodara.
Hi, I'm Hitanshi. I am from Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama, in grade 10.
Terra Talk, platform from where young voices reach out to the world.
Well, let's start our podcast. Hitanshi, Susan, before coming to Japan, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Before coming to Japan, I mainly thought of anime, advanced technology and Mount Fuji. Japan has a strong global image because of its innovation and unique culture. I was curious to learn what lies beyond those popular impressions.
Great. What about you, Hitanshi?
The first thing that came to my mind was about Japan was the incredible blend of the hyper-modern technology. It had serene temples, iconic food, cultural arts, nature and atmosphere.
Arnav, do you think a castle can be more than a military structure? Can it be a political symbol?
Are you referring to the Osaka Castle?
Yes.
Well, yes it is. It is a symbol of authority for the one who has established it. It is a symbol of unification.
So Susan, do you think Toyota became successful because of technology or because of its philosophy?
I think both played an important role. But Toyota's philosophy was the foundation of its success. Ideas such as efficiency, teamwork, and continuous improvement helped the company innovate consistently. Technology was important, but the mindset behind it made the difference.
Would you choose a 600 km per hour train over an airplane for domestic travel?
Yes, I would. A train traveling at that speed could often offer a very convenient way to travel between cities without long airport procedures. It would also be comfortable, efficient, and potentially more environmentally friendly.
Arnav and Hitanshi, why do you think Hiroshima chose to become a city of peace rather than a city of anger or revenge?
Well, Hiroshima's decision to promote peace is incredibly powerful. Instead of focusing on hatred, the city chose to educate the world about the consequences of war and the importance of nuclear disarmament.
Well, what I feel is that they wanted peace. They wanted to develop. Instead of looking for empathy from the people, well, if you could visit only one natural wonder in Japan, what would it be and why?
I would choose Mount Fuji. Its beauty, cultural significance, and iconic status make it one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. Visiting it would provide a deeper appreciation of Japan's natural and spiritual heritage.
So Arnav, which Japanese cultural tradition would you most like to experience yourself?
What I feel is I would like to experience Japanese calligraphy, the patience and dedication it requires. I would like to take and feel that once.
Arnav, I would like to ask about, after learning about Japan's history, culture, innovation and resilience, what is the one lesson your own country can learn from Japan?
Well, what I feel is discipline and resilience, because they are very important building blocks of a country to develop.
Susan, if you had to describe Japan in one word, what would it be?
I would describe Japan with the word resilience. Throughout its history, Japan has overcome wars, natural disasters, and economic challenges while continuing to innovate and progress. That ability to adapt and move forward is truly inspiring.
Thank you everybody for listening to our podcast. This is Arnav Sethi.
This is Susan.
And this is Hitanshi.
Signing off.
Like what you're listening? Stay tuned for a new podcast on classroomworld.com.
Terra Talk, the #1 station.